Okay. Right. So basically, what we are going to look at. So before I create templates, okay, I'm not going to actually bring in any part or drawing or anything. Okay, we'll just go straight into the template creation. Or maybe what I will do is actually I'll just show you how to actually get the drawing done quickly. Yeah? So we go to start, mechanical design, part design. Okay, so creating own templates. Okay. All right, once this is done, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually sketch something so which I can, like use as a template. So let's see, let's try to do some kind of revolve type of something. Okay, and then we will round this corner so that it doesn't look too bad. So I'm not being specific about any particular dimension over here, just basically trying to clean up the sides. Okay, so done. Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind, doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. And then I will do shaft. Simply to get a particular shape. Okay, preview. Okay, some shape was obtained. Okay, so now we want to bring this to drafting. So you would have seen in that video, right? You can actually bring things to drafting. How you can do that is just go to start, mechanical design, drafting. And I would have explained in the previous video, so I'm not going to go through those explanation in detail. This particular video is actually going to show you how to make your own template. Just a minute. Shut my video. Okay, so I'm going to choose a blank template. Okay, and then now I'm going to leave this at A3 format. Okay, and so this is the paper size. I would have shown you all how to actually make modification where you actually have to click this. You can modify your paper size and everything else. All right, so blank template and okay. All right, so now that we have the drawing here, okay, usually when you want to bring in a template, right, you need to go first to settle the template first. So remember, this is an A3 size format. You need to go to edit, sheet background, and the minute you do that, you see this particular certain icons will actually go off. All right, but this particular icon will be present, and it's called the drawing toolbar. Sorry, not icon, toolbar. So in this toolbar, you can actually click on the frame and title block, and you can actually create your entire title block. So I'm going to close this. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to create my own template. So your own template is, you can look at, if I look at the frame and title block, you can see the title blocks over here, right? Like sample one, this is how it looks like, right? You can see, and sample two. So in my video, I hope I would have explained that if you're not making your own template, then I recommend you use sample two, because the way the blocks have been made, it is more relevant to your work, where the necessary information can be filled in. Okay, so you see you have like, drawn by, tracked by this, and then the salt system, so you can put in your drawing title, so it's more relevant. Whereas sample one gives you a lot of empty spaces which you should not leave. All right, and then you have like sample for example 2, and then there is Innovia, which is something like sample 1. Okay, so this is basically it. So now what I want to do is, I don't want any of the samples, and I want to make my own drawing block. So again, I open back. You can see it actually has like a framework over here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to actually create. So what I'm going to do now is, we are going to use, you see this geometry creation. Okay, and we are going to draw a, let's say, square. Okay, and how I'm going to draw the square, same thing. You can actually don't have your grid snapped on. Okay, so I'm leaving it off, and somewhere from here, let's say. Okay, so I'm drawing. So this is like a frame drawn, and you are actually allowed to change the color of your frame. You can click properties. Okay, and here you can, the color of your line and everything else can be changed. All right, it can be turned into blue if you want to. Okay, so let's say close, and I select the whole thing, and turn it into blue if you want to. So this is just perfectly fine if you leave it as black. Apply and okay. So you'd see it would have turned blue. Now, by the way, just to confirm, I didn't confirm with y'all. I assume you can see my screen, right? Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
All right. So now over here, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try to create that template. So it is entirely up to you how many squares or whatsoever you want to put, but you must furnish the necessary information like the title of your drawing, the revision, drawn by who, checked by who, date, maybe paper size, and a few other things. So if you want to know, what should be put in, then please check the template 2 that I have given. So what's not necessary in template 2 is okay, I'm going to actually specify here what may not be necessary in template 2, which you don't want to add, okay, is the weight of your product. That is not necessary. All right, it says the sheet. So of course, if you have multiple drawings, like in your mini project, you're going to have, let's say, 10 parts, 15 parts, 20 parts, and each of the parts you need to give me your drawing, right? Drafting. So that will show as sheet 1 over 1, sheet 1 over 20, sheet 2 over 20, sheet 3. So this is possible. Or if you don't want this, fine. You can create a few templates. You can create templates for, let's say, assignments and exams, one type of template for your mini project, one type if you want to. You can use this template. It's perfectly fine. All right. Even this Dassault systems, you can remove and you can add your own things. So drawing title is necessary. Drawing number may not be necessary depending on the application. Revision may not be necessary. Okay. Weight may not be necessary. Now, what is most important is you can see this ready-made template here has this XXX, right? Never leave this XXX. That is a bad practice. It is wrong. If you do that in your assignment, in your exam, and in your mini project, marks will be deducted because this is not the way it should be done. Information must be given. If there is no information, then you should say not applicable or NA. All right. So no XX. So when you create your own template, you can actually remove certain things. And then this wording may not be necessary. So drawn by, checked by, that's all. Designed by may not be necessary. So what's the sense of designed by? I can design this product. Just now I designed it. I could send it to you and you can create the drafting and the lecturer can do the checking within the mini project team, for instance. So there can be different names, or the drawn by and designed by can be the same person as well. Okay, so the check by usually will be my name for my classes. And of course, the dates are important, right? So this is actually a full-fledged industrial drafting sample, template sample, right? It's fit for manufacturing information. What you do is, as I said, for assignments and all, you can take off certain things like, as I said, weight, it's not necessary, sheet, and then you can see an empty space, not necessary, revision, not necessary, this wording, not necessary, probably Dassault systems, not necessary, so like that, okay? But what is important? Your name is necessary with your ID, the title of your drawing, like whether it's ODL test 1, lab test 1, or assignment 1, or mini project, whatever, okay? Drawing number is not necessary. The size of your sheet is necessary. Scale is necessary. Scale, it will reflect anyway. And then this drawn by, checked by, and the dates. So please refer back to this video later when you ask me what are the things necessary in a template, madam. Okay. So now I close this. So with that, I'm just showing you exactly how to create it. That's all. So I'm not going to put those, certain types of blocks. So this is an A3 template. So the advantage of making your own template is you can resize this accordingly. So this is going to be relevant in an A4 layout more than an A3 layout. If you call in this template, right, the standard templates in A3, it'll be somewhat like this size. So A3 will give you a big space. But in A4, that particular template will actually look big. Okay, for the A4 paper. Can you imagine something like this now? If you trim it to A4, it will look very big in that A4. So you'll feel like you don't have enough space to put in your model. Therefore, making your own template is advantageous. Okay. So let's just say I have it like that. So I recommend you to actually make template for A4 instead of A3. Okay, so it's for A4 that you want to resize. So maybe I should have shown you with A4, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. So here, okay, so let's say this is the size I'm choosing. I think this is a decent enough size. Okay, and then what you can do is you can create, as I said, blocks necessary like this. Okay. Um, so plan what you want to do. I'm just basically showing you all, okay, what I'm adding in. So let's say student name, for instance, and student drawing name, for instance, whatever. Okay, and then maybe sheet title, sheet whatever. Okay, and then here you have, drawn by who, checked by who. Okay, so something like that. I mean, as I said, this is not the standard. What I'm showing you is not the standard. What I'm trying to show you over here is what you can do. So let's say you've already done, then what you can do right now is you can insert text. And this text you can insert and keep for yourself. So let's just say I'm going to be the person going to do the drawing all the time. So I can just put my name in. Okay. Right. And let's say I have an ID, then I can, add my ID in, sorry. All right. Or okay. So if you want to move it around, okay. Sorry. Okay, so you can move it and place it. Okay, and then another thing that I want to maybe write, ready made. Let's just say, okay, I'm just okay. Let's just say, sheet size, right? A3, for instance. Okay, and this is too large. You can actually go over here, double click on it, and go over here. Okay, you can bring it down to 2.5. You can change your this one. You can even change color. So how you can change color? Okay, ready? All right. Click on this. Right click. Properties. Okay, and text. Just a minute. Okay, right click like that. Okay, and then text color. Okay, let's say I put this color. Okay, apply. Okay, it didn't go through. Hang on, wait. Just, right. Okay, here. If I would say this is the color, yeah, sorry, here. Okay, when I click on this, this is where your text color is. Okay, so you can change your color, and like that you can add on any standard text which is necessary for you. So for here, it could be drawn by and checked. I'm going to be the person who's going to check all your work, so straight away checked by who, by drawn. Okay, so drawn by, okay, whoever. Okay, ABC. Okay, and then enter. So adjust the size accordingly. This thing, if you feel this is to be delete it. Okay, and you can adjust the line size. Okay, this one was to be deleted lah, right? Any line size, which is, you see this was a rectangle, isn't it? So drawn by ABC, and you can also put the date, for instance, where the date is, let's say 27/05 2021. Okay, so date of course will change, accordingly. So drawn by, you can add the date later, checked by, like that, certain things. Let's say once you're already done with this, what you can do right now is go back to edit, working views. Okay, so you already have your template, isn't it? Of course you can pull in your pictures and all, but our problem here, our concern here is not to pull in the pictures. We want to save this as a template. So what you need to do is go to file and save. So where am I going to save this? So you see I have something called drawing template Kauslea 1. So I'm going to call this drawing template Kauslea 2, for instance, or drawing template let's just say drawing template Kauslea assignment. So immediately I know these are templates to be used for assignments. So they should be in a standard certain format. Okay, so I save it. So once I save this, then I can close already. Okay, let's say I want to actually import this drawing, and this is my assignment. So I go to file, start, mechanical design, drafting. I'm going to go to this blank, and remember the template that you saved just now, you must remember the size. I made an A3 template, means if I want this model to go back into A3, then I must make sure this is A3. If my template size was A4, I cannot say A3 here. Yeah, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'm talking about A3. So you must call back the same standard here. Then only it will just import in correctly. Okay, so this was A3. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Start. Mechanical design, drafting. Okay. Modify. Okay, this is correct. And then okay. And then you go to edit, sheet background. Edit. Where was it? File, page setup. Okay, so you go to file, page setup again. Okay, once I pull in the A3 already, the A3 block here. File, page. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing just now. Okay, file, page setup. Okay, so it was ISO, it's A3 format, landscape, and insert background view. So into the current sheet. So I want to insert background view, and then I'm going to browse. So what am I going to browse? I want to call my assignment template just now, open. So this is the one, isn't it? Insert. Okay, into current sheet. Okay, so that's it, it's inserted. So I'm calling in my own template. All right, so you can save in your own desktop, and then just go back into edit, working views, or you want to add in any other extra information, do it in the sheet background, and then call in your model, like how you would have actually seen in the video. Front view. Okay, and then after that go to your windows, creating okay, and then let's say this is going to be my front view. So accept, and then the usual thing, change your scale where necessary. Okay, and continue your work as it is. Okay, so this is actually how to create your own template, having your own necessary information. All right, okay, so that would be it.